Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to learn the lesson His First Flight 1.5. We are in the concluding part of the lesson, and after completing this lesson, we will complete very first unit. Now open your books, page number 31. Title of the lesson is His First Flight. Look at the first paragraph. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, he afraid to muster up courage to take that plunge, which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he couldn't move. Look at the very first paragraph. Now I will explain line by line. The story is about a young seagull and his attempt of flying. It was his first attempt of flying. Remember, whatever we do in our life at the very first time, there is a fear in our mind. Right after the practice, confidence, we can overcome those fears. Here there was a young seagull. It was alone on his ledge. And where was his family then? His brother, two brothers. He was actually living there with two brothers, sister, and parents. Okay. Means 6 members were there. Two brother, young seagull himself, and parents, sister and parents. His two brother and his sister had already flown away the day before. His parents and his siblings were flown away. He had been afraid to fly with them. Then why was he there? Why was he living there alone? Because he had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. In the beginning, he tried to fly, but his thinking was full with fears. That is why it was unable to fly high in the sky. Then what was those fears? The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath. There was a great expanse of sea. It was stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way. Everywhere water was there. It was very deep, and the young seagull, as it was his very first flight, it was afraid of flying because it was thinking that I may fall down. I cannot fly. It was thinking negatively. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. See, here he is thinking negatively. He is thinking that his wings would never support him. It will fall down in the water and it will die. That is why it was not trying to fly. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. The young seagull, he tried to fly as it afraid of flying great expanse of sea, and when depth of that sea, it returned back to its hole. Even when each of his brother and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away. Actually, his sister was younger than him, and his brothers, they all started flying in search of food because there was a confidence. They were confident, and this young seagull was suspicious about his own abilities, own capabilities, own capacities. Remember, whenever we are suspicious about our own abilities, our own capacities, our own things, our own confidence, then what will happen? We cannot do anything. We will fail. Remember, confidence. We must do anything by our heart. Now, next, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge which appeared to him so desperate. The problem was, it failed. The young seagull failed to muster up courage. Muster up means gather, accumulate. The young seagull failed to accumulate courage. That is why he returned to its hole. His father and mother had come around, calling to him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away, but for the life of him he couldn't move. His parents were shouting at him. They were threatening him that uh, if he do not try to fly, they are not going to provide him any kind of food. He has to remain hungry. He has to remain without food. That is why he must fly now. पहिल्या पॅराग्राफमध्ये असं सांगितलं आहे, यंग सीगल आहे, समुद्र पक्षी आहे. त्याचे सगळे फॅमिली मेंबर्स, आईवडील, भाऊ बहीण सगळे उड्डाण घेऊन उडून दूर अंतरावर गेले आहेत अन्नाच्या शोधात, आणि ह्या आपल्या घरातून बाहेर निघायला तयार नाही. ॲक्च्युली ह्याला पण त्यांच्यासोबत जायचं होतं, पण हा उड्डाण घेण्यासाठी घाबरला होता, कारण सगळीकडे समुद्र पसरलेला आहे, समुद्राची खोली जास्त आहे, आणि याचं हे पहिलं उड्डाण आहे, आणि हा जर पाण्यात पडला, बुडाला तर मी मरेन असं त्याला वाटायचं. असं वाटणं साहजिक आहे, कारण तो ही गोष्ट पहिल्यांदा करत होता. आपण आपल्या जीवनामध्ये एखादी गोष्ट पहिल्यांदा करू लागलो तर पहिल्यांदा आपल्याला भीती वाटते, पण एखादी गोष्ट परत 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 करत गेलो, प्रॅक्टिस करत गेलो, कॉन्फिडन्स वाढत जाईल आणि आपण घाबरणार नाही. ह्याच्यामध्ये त्याच्या पालकाने सुद्धा त्याला ओरडलं की बाबा तू उड, स्वतःहून उडण्याचा प्रयत्न कर, अदरवाईज आम्ही तुला अन्न पुरवणार नाही. पुढच्या पॅराग्राफमध्ये या. That was 24 hours ago. Since then nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brother and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. He had in fact seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it, standing on a rock while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. And all the morning the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down on the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. The young seagull spent 24 hours at his home. It was hungry now because he hasn't eaten anything since last 24 hours. Now he must try to fly, otherwise he will remain hungry, and he will become weak, pale, and one day he will die. That is why now he must try to fly. The day before all long, sorry, the day before all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brother and sister. Young Seagull saw his parents were teaching the art of flying to his brother and sister. They were teaching them the art of catching fish. They were enjoying. And the young seagull saw his elder brother catch his first herring. Herring means a kind of fish, Herring, and devour it. Young seagull saw his elder brother catching his first catch, that is herring, and devour it. His elder brother was eating herring. Devour means eating. Standing on a rock while his parents circled around raising a proud cackle. His parents were praising, his parents were appreciating, admiring, praising his brother and sister as they were trying to fly themselves. But this young seagull was living alone at his home. It was trying, but he was afraid of falling down. And all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. All his family was flying before him. On another place, they were teasing him. They were taunting him. Taunting means criticizing. Because he failed to accumulate courage. He was coward. Coward means afraid of anything. Lack of courage. Coward means lack of courage. या पॅसेजमध्ये असं सांगितलं आहे 24 तास पूर्ण झाले तरी त्याला काही खायला मिळालं नाही. त्याचे आईवडील त्याचे फॅमिली मेंबर्स पुढच्या स्पेसमध्ये उड्डाण करत होते, मासे पकडत होते, आनंदाने खेळत होते. आणि त्याने पाहिलं की आईवडील त्याच्या भावाला आणि बहिणीला उड्डाण करण्यासाठी, मासा पकडण्यासाठी शिकवत आहेत. आणि त्याने हे सुद्धा पाहिले की त्याचा मोठा भाऊ त्याने आपल्या जीवनातील पहिला मासा पकडला आणि तो मासा तो खात होता. डिवोर हा शब्द आला आहे. डिवोर म्हणजे खाऊन टाकणे. आणि त्या मोठ्या भावाच्या भोवती ते मोठ्या आवाजाने जल्लोष करत होते आणि याच्याकडे पाहून त्याला चिडवत होते, कारण तो आपल्या घराच्या बाहेर निघायला तयार नव्हता. त्याला वाटत होतं मी पडेन, पाण्यामध्ये बुडेन आणि मरून जाईन. पण आता त्याच्यासमोर एक प्रश्न आहे. त्याने जर प्रयत्न केला नाही उड्डाण करण्याचा तो उपाशी मरेल. आणि प्रयत्न केला, मरूही शकतो. त्याच्या विचाराप्रमाणे तो मरूही शकतो. पण 2 ऑप्शन आहेत. एकतर मरेल किंवा जिवंत राहील. कॉन्फिडंट असेल आणि विल पॉवर असेल, अजिबात मरणार नाही, तो उड्डाण करेल. पुढचा पॅराग्राफ पेज नंबर 31वर सेकंड लास्ट पॅराग्राफ. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. Now the sun was now ascending the sky. Sun was coming at the very center of, at the very head of that young seagull. It was ascending from the horizon, blazing on his ledge that faced the south. The young seagull's ledge was facing south direction, and as the sun was ascending into the sky, the ledge was facing the sun. So that is why the young seagull felt the heat, because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. Young seagull had not eaten anything because it was afraid of flying high in the sky. या पर्यायामध्ये असं सांगितलं आहे की सूर्य वर येत होता, आकाशामध्ये येत होता आणि याचं जे घर आहे, याचं जे लेज आहे ते दक्षिणेकडे होतं. ज्या पद्धतीनं तो सूर्य वरवर येऊ लागला त्या पद्धतीनं तो ज्या ठिकाणी राहतो तिथं ऊन येऊ लागलं आणि त्याला ती उष्णता जाणवू लागली, कारण त्याच्या पोटामध्ये अन्नाचा कण नाही आहे. गेले 24 तास त्याने काहीच खाल्लं नाही. शेवटचा पॅराग्राफ. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge, standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing. He closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of him. Page number 32 वर या. Notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore at a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped its side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Wet means sharpen. Now I will explain this last paragraph. Page number 31, last 4 lines. I will explain this paragraph line by line. He stepped slowly out to the brink of the ledge, standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wing. He closed one eye, then the other. He pretended to be falling asleep. It came forward. It reached at the edge of the ledge, and what was it doing? One leg with the other leg hidden under his wing. He was standing on one leg, and other leg was hidden under his feathers. He closed one eye. Actually, what was he doing? He was pretending. Pretending means ढोंग करणे मराठीत. Pretending that he is asleep. Still they took no notice of him. But his parents and siblings were knowing that our brother and our son is pretending. It is not the reality. He has not slept. He is awake. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. Young seagull saw his siblings. They were sleeping. Actually, they were not sleeping, just they were resting. They were taking rest with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. His father was preening. Now, preening means making an effort to clean feathers with the beak. His father was cleaning his backside feathers with beak. Only his mother was looking at him. Nobody was watching at him, only his mother was watching at him. She was standing on a little high hump. Hump means high place. She was standing on a hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. She was looking very whitish as she cleaned all her body. Now and again she tore a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped a side of her beak on the rock. Actually, it was she tore at a piece of fish. She was trying to eat fish. Young seagull saw at his mother, and the sight maddened him. He became mad. Oh, I haven't eaten anything since last 24 hours, and my mother is eating before me. She is not providing any food to me. The sight maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. He became mad, and actually he was loving to do the same thing as his mother was doing. ह्या शेवटच्या पॅराग्राफ पेज नंबर 31वरचा हा थोडासा 31वर आहे आणि थोडासा 32वर गेलेला आहे. याच्यात असं सांगितलेलं आहे की तो आपल्या घरातून थोडा बाहेर आला, कडेला आला आणि एक पाय वर लपवला छातीमध्ये, एका पायावर उभा राहिला, एक डोळा बंद केला. त्याला असं दाखवून सांगायचं होतं की मी झोपलो आहे, पण त्याच्याकडे कोणी बघायला तयार नव्हतं. त्याचे भाऊ बहीण झोपलेले होते, आराम करत होते. त्याचे वडील आपले पंख साफ करत होते. फक्त आई त्याच्याकडे लक्ष देत होती. आई काय करत होती, त्याच्याकडे लक्ष देत होती आणि तिच्या चोचीमध्ये एक मासा पकडलेला होता तिने. तो मासा ती फाडत होती, थोडा थोडा खात होती. आणि ते दृश्य पाहून हा वेडा पिसा झाला. याला वाटलं याला पण खूप आवड होती की मासा पकडायचं, त्याला फाडायचं आणि खायचं. पहिल्यांदा सुरुवातीला आईवडिलांनी त्याला अन्न पुरविलं, त्याच्यामुळे त्याने एन्जॉय केलं. पण आता तो थोडासा मोठा झाल्यामुळं आईवडिलांची इच्छा होती की त्याने उड्डाण करावं, पण त्याला काही धैर्य गोळा करता आला नाही, तो घाबरायचा. ॲक्च्युली त्याला आवडायचं की मासा पकडावं, फाडावं आणि खाऊन टाकावं. तर पुढचा जो भाग आहे आपण पुढच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये पाहूया, कारण हा व्हिडिओ थोडासा लेंदी बनेल. याची मी 2 व्हिडिओ बनेल पॉसिबल झालं तर, नाहीतर मग 3ही बनवेन. पुढचा पॅराग्राफ पुढच्या पॅसेजमध्ये. ओके, थँक्स.